Okay, so time to follow these instructions. First, we have to blind ourselves, um, and then call Charlotte home. So we have to recite the creepy incantation, which is Fire so red, night so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come.
Fire so red, night so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back. What's going on? Where are you taking me?
Tell me, who are you?
Nancy, I'm here to help Jessalyn.
Give me a reason to let you live. Mind you, a good one.
What?
One reason to spare. Give it to me now. The spirits are growing impatient with my mercy.
You can't scare me. Help me find Jessalyn or get out of the way.
Very good. Remove the blindfold.
Just who are you?
Harper, can I trust you? Can you be trusted?
Well, that depends. Can you be trusted?
That's a no now, isn't it? You'll be wanting to know why I am hiding under the house.
That would be at the top of my list of questions, yes.
It's because I don't want anyone up there to find me.
Why not?
It is undeniably frigid here, cold as the crypts themselves. I'll build a fire, and the fire will build some smoke, and the smoke will build some rain.
Are you ignoring my question?
Not ignoring, no. Elongating the moments in between the asking and the hearing, pausing for effect.
Okay. Could you tell me now?
A moment, hon. Ahem. It's because I'm a grandly unbalanced sociopath with delusions of grandeur and a history of erratic behavior and violent tendencies. My family resents me. They have publicly said that I'm a freak. People in the town point and stare. The neighborhood children used to call me Witch Lady until my dedication to the ironic led me to bake cookies for the sweet darlings. But it was my love of the dramatic reversal that won out in the end, and I threw the little runts down a well.
You what?
Oh, I'd never do such a thing. But it would be funny. Not funny, haha, but funny. Ah! Help, I'm in a well! So that's me. Tell me about you. I bet you're fascinating. Oh, wait, shut it. I forgot the most important thing. Do not tell anyone I am down here. If you do, I'll just do something rotten. Here, take this. Go now.
Okay.
I should look for those portraits.
So Harper is alive and well. Whoa. Well, maybe she's not well, but she's alive. Whoa. So much is happening. Okay. Yeah, I want to talk to Clara, but she's not here, of course. Yeah, Harper's alive and hiding in the basement of the house. To find me again, look to the portraits. So, we have to use our cleaner soaked
The letters
napkin.
must be what that note was referring to. All right, now to find all the others.
And Nancy very helpfully puts them in the right place automatically. There's one more in here. Helium. Okay, 3 more. And then also, while I'm in here, we are going to look at the floorboards because if you remember in one of the recordings from Jessalyn's phone, they dropped something in the floorboards because of a spider. And when Claire's gone, you can look here. Black Widow.
This looks like some sort of code.
Draw a path to spell the name of one of the 4 colors seen behind the letters without drawing over the same path twice and ending at the star. Okay, I'm going to do this later. Put it on my list of things to do. Okay, portraits. Oh yeah, so this was the one that was missing, but we found it in the I don't even know what to call that room, but in the room with where we charge Jesselyn's phone. Okay. And now we just need 2 more. Okay. Oh, never mind. 1 more. Is it here? No. Okay, I don't remember where the last one is. Oh, yeah, okay. Just kidding. I do remember where the last one is. It's down here.
That's it. Now I should be able to figure out what the code means.
We have to rearrange the letters. Cotton gin, get seeds, balance, scales.
That's it.
Okay, so it's talking about this.
How do I get this working again? I need to put the combs on first.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think this is kind of the first puzzle. I mean, I guess to get Jesselyn's password, it was kind of a puzzle, but I really don't like this puzzle because I'm not good at it. Okay. Okay, no, that one's not. That one could be first. That one also could be first. But I think that this is the right one that should be first. I think it's this one. Okay, I might have been wrong. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. Let's go with this one. And then this one. Yeah. Okay. How come this isn't...
Fixed
Okay.
it.
I don't know if there's really a rhyme or reason to that. You just kind of have to figure it out. Okay, we need cotton. To get cotton, go here, cotton. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to call Savannah, who I haven't talked to at all since the beginning of the game, and Bess.
Hi, Nancy. Did you get the package I left for you?
Yes.
I think they're silly, but apparently some of the people I've met swear by using EMF signatures on the property.
I spoke to Wade.
I figured that might happen eventually. Can I explain, or are we beyond that?
I'm sure you have your reasons.
I do.
Wade said he was expecting you. Why didn't you tell me that?
I was going to come. I meant it when I told him I was coming.
But then?
But then I got scared.
You've done a lot of research on the Thornton family, right? What have you found?
Like a lot of powerful families around here, they were forged in the Civil War. Like every war, it was a brutal thing that made a lot of men dead and a couple of men rich. Or women, in this case. The family matriarch, the Gray Lady, they say she was a spy for the North.
Is that true?
Could be. She kept records like a spy for sure. which is to say she didn't. One thing's known. She fed the North troop positions that turned the tide of more than one battle. She was compensated quite well for it. The island itself was a gift. She was either a traitor or a spy. That's why the Northerners got to calling her Grey Lady. If you ask me, she started a nasty Thornton tradition. Success at the cost of innocent blood. Anyone who tries to write things in that family gets ostracized or worse.
What happened to your old assistant, Logan?
He fired me.
Doesn't it usually work the other way?
You'd think so. He got fed up with me.
Why?
He gave me an ultimatum: write the draft or he'd find someone else to work for. I do not do ultimatums.
What have you been up to since we spoke last?
I've been teaching the road to know my wheels.
Are you working on the next book?
I've been running away from the next book. In an empty house that was filling up with chatty ghosts. But who knows? When I'm out of gas, maybe I'll have no choice but to listen to what they have to say. If they're interested, I'll send you a gallery proof. If they're not, guess I'll go teach.
What scared you away from taking the case?
To be blunt, the living Thorntons are just as scary as the dead ones.
Why?
They've dug so many graves on that rock that death himself is on the Christmas card list. I can't help but wonder if they're misfortunate fools or just addicted to Sunday clothes and the sound of a spade taking a bite out of cold clay.
Do you know anything about the factory accident?
Nothing I can verify. It's been scratched out of the local history. When I was there, I expected to feel something when I stood near the old factory.
And nothing?
As many spirits as I expected. I only met one.
Charlotte?
That'd be the one. Dear, sweet Charlotte, the terror of Black Rock Island.
Tell me what happened when you met Charlotte.
I'll tell you, hon, but you got to remember that you are not like me.
What do you mean?
I have opened the door to the spirit world, and you have not. And don't you dare do it, ever. You hear?
Yeah, I can agree to that.
I mean it. The dead are just like lost children. If you're out there leaving a trail of breadcrumbs, they will find you. Enough of the PSA. I snuck out there to the ruins on the anniversary of her death. I waited in silence for a long time. Nothing.
You didn't say the rhyme?
Oh, that. Oh, it's cute, but I wasn't looking for my daddy's brain-dead bloodhound. They come when they come, and in the dead of night, she came. Stood right beside me. Just me and her, eye to eye, for a hot minute. Finally, she reached for my wrist. She pulled me through a fog that became smoke and then fire. She pulled me back to the night she died.
Could you see what happened that night?
I couldn't see a thing. I could only feel the heat. I could feel how sad she was and how angry. I'm sorry, hon. Talking about it don't come easy.
I'm just trying to fit the pieces together. What does Charlotte have to do with Jesslyn?
All families got one thing in common. Every generation, just like the last. There's some rebels and some oddballs that break the mold. But for the most part, one generation gonna follow into the footsteps of the next. From what I gathered, Jesslyn seems to be cut from the same cloth as Charlotte. You ask me, if someone saw Charlotte as a threat, then Jesslyn's been born behind enemy lines.
So she thinks someone else took Jessalyn, not Charlotte?
You said you opened the door to the spirit world. What did you mean?
You really sure you want to know?
I'm curious, and no disrespect, but...
Last time, I told you how my daddy got me interested in ghosts, but that's only part of the story. When I was young, there was a spot in my room where I could fold back the wallpaper. There was this gorgeous old wood behind it. I mean, to me it was. I'd trace the ripples in the grain with my finger for sometimes hours.
Why?
I don't know. I was a girl, and it was the only thing I knew about that no one else did. I don't know exactly when it started, but I began to trace a beautiful old willow into the wall, over and over again. Strong limbs running up to the sky, and the tangled roots grabbing tight at the dirt. I was obsessed. I traced the tree until I knew every detail. I even started to see it after a time, little indentations in the wood. But one day, the lines felt strange and cold. And I realized it wasn't the wall I was feeling. There was a girl on the other side of the wood. She was showing me what to draw. She was trying to tell me something. I should have shut my eyes tight and glued the paper back. But I didn't, and I couldn't. I let her teach me the shape of the tree, again and again, until one day I saw it in real life.
What happened?
Not a thing until a strong storm hit a few months later. I don't have to tell you what they found when they pulled what was left of the willow tree from the ground, now do I? That's when I decided I would learn to listen. I knew even then it had come at a cost. I just had no idea how high.
Creepy.
I'd better get going.
Good night.
And sad. Okay, to balance out that very heavy conversation with Savannah, I'm going to call Bess, who is just
Bess's phone.
silly and funny.
All right, bonus Ned. What are you two up to?
George is in New York.
So, she got the internship with that Technology of Tomorrow place?
Yeah, Ned and I were just planning a road trip for when you're back. I was in the middle of trying to convince Ned to grow a bad mustache so we can hang out in Brooklyn.
Not going to happen.
Someone has to, Ned, and George already said no. It was a really angry no, too. Anyway, did you make it to the island?
I did.
I've been doing a little research, and I can see why Savannah sent you.
Why's that?
If I believed in ghosts, I wouldn't come within a few hundred miles of Black Rock Island.
I can definitely see why. Even I have to admit it does have a certain abyss gaze is also into you vibe to it.
Put that on a billboard.
I've got your back. I've been reading up on missing persons cases and hauntings.
Really? Oh, that's great.
I, on the other hand, have been watching videos of otters so good at stacking things. Additionally, I've kidnapped Ned. I've been so bored since George left, and Ned's a very active listener.
Mm-hmm.
See? And he's also very quick to Stockholm.
Nickerson family trait. We like being liked.
Oh, thanks, you two.
Quick to Stockholm.
There's something strange about Jesselyn's disappearance.
What's that?
There's no ransom note.
That does complicate things. But I've read that most missing person cases involve the immediate family.
You're right. I guess the best move is to keep the family talking. Maybe they'll let something slip.
Or maybe they're trying to tell you something.
How so?
Remember in Kyoto, you told me that ghosts are what people invent when an injustice can't be fixed?
Sounds me-ish.
If that's the case here, once you figure out what the deal with the ghost is, I bet it'll point right to Jesselyn. And if the ghost is real, then case closed. A ghost did it. If that turns out to be the case, please don't tell me. I like living in a world where ghosts are probably not real. I already have to vault into bed after every scary movie for fear of ankle grabbers.
Oh my gosh, so much to talk
I met
about.
Jesselyn's mom.
Poor her.
Assuming she's innocent, what's your impression?
She's reserved. Can't fault her for that, but it does make her hard to read.
I've never been a mom, but I have owned my fair share of fish. And no way anyone could take care of something and even think of... Nancy, it's too sad. Can't do it.
I owe it to Jesselyn to distrust everyone, even her.
I know. This case is like a big, fat, tall cloud of sadness that's sitting in front of me and using its cell phone when it's not supposed to.
We just got back from a pretty rowdy opening night screening of the Relation Shipwreck. It was really bad.
All I want is to see the screen and to not deal with jerks, to have a movie-style romance, and for no one to get hurt ever. Find her, Nancy.
I'll do my best. Promise. I want to catch you up on the case.
So it's a missing persons case, right?
Do you think she's actually missing?
I don't know. I've heard of runaway brides, but I don't think that's the case.
If it's a missing persons case, why aren't the police taking care of it?
Well, they are, but since she's an adult, there's only so much they can do.
Ned was telling me about the ghosts out there. Do you think maybe they're related?
Actually, I believe in this ghost.
Ned, do I have permission to do a spit take in your living room?
No.
I'm doing it anyway. Say that again.
Please don't.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stand down, Bess. The Nickersons are a tidy people.
I wasn't really gonna do it, guys. Unless someone made me laugh. And this is that super red soda that's still on the market, even though it's been linked to distractibility in 9 out of 10 Besses. Back to you. Are you finally trading in your Skeptics Club card?
And miss the dinner that probably won't happen this year? No way. People here believe in the ghost. I think if I don't take the ghost story at least a little seriously, I might miss something.
Smart.
Well, I hope so. I met Wade.
I still say giving your child a verb for a name dooms them to a life of hearing mediocre jokes. What's he like?
He's got a bit of a rough edge. He seemed surprised that I came instead of Savannah.
What do you mean?
He wanted Savannah here, specifically.
Why?
I don't know, but I intend to find out. I met Harper.
What's she like?
She might be completely crazy. Either that or she wants me to think that's the case.
So, who is she?
She's a Thornton, all right, but that's pretty much all I know. She seems to be hiding from everyone.
Hiding?
For the moment.
You met a weirdo who has an obvious affinity for ghost kidnappings during the course of your investigation of a ghost kidnapping? And you didn't tell anyone? Ned, say something to uncrazy your girlfriend.
Don't be that way?
Not compelling, Ned.
Should I say it like you would?
If that's what it takes.
Nancy, your newfound buddyship with that batty basement dweller is freaking me out.
I have trained you well. Now go, Nancy. Tattle like the wind.
All right. I think you may have a point.
Well, first we have to find Harper again and then ask her all of our questions and then we can tattle.
I met Jesselyn's fiancé, Colton.
Where's he fall on the cute to guilty spectrum?
That's not a valid spectrum.
Like fun it isn't. Oh, is this because Ned is on the line?
No.
I'm not calling off the dogs. You're just going to have to find a way to tell me that balances the public's need to know with Ned's presumably fragile ego.
My ego is perfectly fine.
Is that so?
Nickerson men laugh in the face of insecurity.
That's so, Neddard? A test. Nancy, describe Colton's looks using the International Ned Cuteness Unit. We talking half a Ned, 2 Neds?
1/10 of a Ned.
That's very nice of you, Nancy, but no need to spare my feelings.
Good, because an underappraisal like that means he's way better looking than you.
Let's refocus.
Right. Ticking clock, kidnapping, etc. How guilty does he seem? For consistency, please state your answers in Ned units.
Couldn't tell you yet. He doesn't seem as worried as I'd expect, but maybe he's the type to internalize his feelings.
Huh. So that's a thing you can do?
The boyfriend is statistically favored when it comes to crimes like this. Try to get him talking about the relationship. I studied that in preschool.
I just saw a ghost.
So what are we talking? Puppet? Mirror tricks?
No, listen, don't tell anyone else this.
Is this going to be a ghost blind item? A well-known spirit was spotted at a popular haunt canoodling with a certain ghost about town known for his habit of appearing in mirrors.
Can you channel Sirius Bess for a moment?
Okay. Homework, my dad talking about taxes, that picture of a puppy who got lost. Old paintings of European royalty. I'm there.
Thanks. Since I've gotten here, things have been getting stranger and stranger. I can't shake this feeling. It's like an odd weight. I'm not saying the ghosts are real here. I'm just saying... I don't know what I'm saying.
That doesn't sound like the Nancy I know.
I know. I just need to clear my head. There is always a scientific explanation.
Ned, you gotta tell her to come home.
Still gotta work on that whisper, Bess.
Nancy, you're really scaring me. Come home.
I will, just as soon as I can. See you later.
Call back soon.
Okay, that was a very long conversation. I forget how much dialogue is in this game, and we have to ask Clara like 1,000 things too. But enough talking. Okay, we are trying to get back into the basement. So we put the cotton in the cotton gin.
Done.
And then
That's all of the seeds.
get the seeds,
I
and
have
then
to
we
find a way to balance these scales.
have to balance these. Okay, well that's balanced, but we have to use all of these, so oh wow, okay. So it's balanced, but I have one more. Okay. There we go. Okay, that opens that.
That looks new. It might be Jesselyn's.
Jesselyn's backpack. A key. Part. The key to the bedroom, maybe. Wedding notes. Okay. Okay. I don't think there's anything important on here except for that Colton and Jesselyn are discussing stuff. It seems like Colton doesn't care. Oh, wait, no. Hang on. Yeah. Colton's thoughts are in the red marker. He's like, do not care at all, not looking forward to that. Okay, I think we definitely need to talk to
The
Colton.
Thornton family tree. Might come in handy.
Okay, finally I find the family tree, which is just really helpful. Jeb and Sarah are the patriarch and matriarch of the family, and in that book about the factory accident, so that's when it, I guess, that's as far up the family tree as we're gonna go. Okay, and then Jesselyn's here. Her mom, Clara, and Rosalie's the grandma. Charlotte and Harper, Roger and Mariana, and then Wade. So this kind of shows like how they're cousins. Charlotte, Harper, Clara, and Wade are cousins. So yeah, okay. And we're gonna eat Jesselyn's Cocoa Kringle bar. Because it's Nancy, and she loves Cocoa Kringle.
Quick, I haven't got all day.
What do you know about Clara?
She's cold. She's a cold person, nothing like Jesselyn. Ask her about Jesselyn. See how she reacts. Not like the caring mom she's pretending to be. Not if you really look.
Were you and Clara close as children?
I don't want to talk about it.
I'd really like to know. It might be important.
She could have been good to me. She could have been there when I needed someone, but she wasn't.
Can you tell me a little more about Clara?
I could, but as a lover of the written word, I prefer show, not tell. So why don't you go ask her about her daddy?
Dang. Okay.
Tell me about Charlotte.
She was my big sister.
Do you really think she's...
I know.
How do you know?
No more. When Shaw died, that was the end of my family. I was left completely alone. All I have to call home are those memories. If I share them, they won't be mine anymore.
That's not true at all.
Says the girl who's never seen a drop of rain fall on her perfect life.
I lost my mom when I was a girl.
Oh, then you must be an expert on everything.
But sharing my memories of her always made her seem closer, not further away.
You've seen her? What they've made her into? You think I want her closer? And people think I'm crazy. You're crazy.
Oh, okay, Harper. Okay, so I'm just gonna explore this area. There's
Looks
a
like
locked
it's
door.
missing a piece.
Some barrels. some bottles and these tiles, which will be used for a puzzle. Charlotte's cryptic obsession with Jackson was indeed grave. Was she in search of something lost, or lost in the search itself? And who was this Jackson? They say dead men tell no tales, but that isn't true now, is it? That phrase itself came from a man who is now dead and still telling tales and letting his thoughts go traveling through humanity like hitchhikers patiently waiting to get to the next town. Who is Jackson indeed? What's he hiding and who put it there? Was it Charlotte? Okay, so cryptic note about Charlotte. I think that's everything in here that we can look at for now. I think I'm going to end the video here, but then I will ask Harper all the other questions we have for her.